Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to talk to you all about my engagement ring. So if you didn't know, we got engaged about 2 weeks ago and it was the best experience ever. But today I am going to go into all the details about my engagement ring and why we chose it and how we chose it and everything in between. So yeah, if this is something that you're interested in, give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. My ring is actually a Moissanite and I have been obsessed with Moissanite ever since discovering them back 2 or 3 years ago. I just love them and they're just so pretty. So some of the reasons why I decided to go with a Moissanite over a diamond is because it is much more ethical and sustainable. I'm not compromising on quality. It's actually the second hardest gemstone next to a diamond. It is a 9.25 on the Mohs scale, which is like a hardness scale, whereas a diamond is a 10. So you are going to get something that is not going to scratch, not going to damage. If you drop it, it is going to last a lifetime, which is something that you want for your wedding ring and engagement ring. It has a brilliant of 2.65 to 2.69, where a diamond has a brilliance of 2.42, so they are very similar. However, a Moissanite has a fire dispersion of 0.104, which means it reflects a lot more rainbow in comparison to a diamond. A diamond reflects white light, so I don't know if you can see in this light, but it reflects a bit more rainbow and it's so pretty and sparkly, so it's something that I really love. A fun fact about Moissanite is it is actually originally a space rock, even though most of the Moissanites nowadays are actually lab grown. I just thought that was pretty cool. So it's actually quite a rare rock, but again, this one is lab grown, so it makes it a lot more affordable. And that is another reason why I decided to go with Moissanite, because it is much more affordable compared to a diamond. It's about a quarter of the price compared to a diamond, so you can go a bigger carat size, still maintain the quality, but have it within your budget. Now that we've spoken a little bit about why we decided to go with Moissanite, I want to talk about all about the process of specifically picking my engagement ring. So Luca and I were talking about engagement around 6 months into our relationship, which was perfect for our timeline because it just felt really right, and we have children and it just felt like the right thing to do within our relationship. Go off the timeline of your own relationship because it will be very different for you in comparison to us. We were speaking about engagement and we were looking at different Moissanite stores. I expressed to Luca that Moissanite was something that I really wanted to go with over a diamond because of all the reasons why we spoke about it prior. So we were looking at a few international stores because in Australia I feel like the industry of Moissanite is still quite relatively new in comparison to the diamond industry. So we were researching a few different international stores, which meant we had to buy something online, and it's quite a big I guess risk to buy something online. Of course you can read reviews and there are like reputable companies, however it was something that I really wanted to see in person because I had never actually seen a Moissanite in person. So I don't know how, but Luca actually came across a local Moissanite company in Brisbane, and we had spoke to them back and forth and discussed different designs, and they were actually running a pop-up store. So we went and booked that pop-up store in October so we could go ahead and try on some rings, look at the actual gemstone itself, try different designs, even though I kind of had an idea of what I really wanted, and it was really fun. We made a day out of it. We tried on emerald cut, oval, we tried round, and I think I even tried on marquees. Although I really had in my mind that I wanted an elongated cushion because I loved the idea of an oval, but I just felt like oval was becoming a little bit too popular. So I wanted to have something that was still elongated and was going to look really flattering on my hands. However, I yeah, didn't want something too popular. Spit it out, Tiana. Yeah, so we actually decided to go with a custom design. So we had a fairly good idea of what we wanted, and we just spoke with the jeweler and the company lady, Michaela. She was amazing through the whole process. And once I kind of just talked about my design and what I wanted, I took a step back from the whole engagement thing and let Luca handle any emails and final, I guess, payments and all of that stuff, and of course the proposal. So my ring is an elongated cushion. Ooh. And the color range is DEF, which means it is colorless. It is like the highest quality of color range that you can get. They do it the same as they would as a diamond, so you can get more yellow colored diamonds and yellow colored moissanite that are a little bit more not as pure like clear. And then of course there's the higher end of the scale, which is what mine is. So my ring is a 2.4 carats. However, in moissanite they measure in millimeters, so I guess it's a 2.4 carat equivalent, but it is a 9 × 7 millimeter dimension. We actually decided to go with gold. I wanted to do something really different this time around. Normally I wear a lot of silver and white gold, but I just thought I want something just so completely different. So yeah, I decided to go with gold, and I am obsessed. I love it against my skin tone. It's so pretty. And that is 14 karat gold. So we had the option to choose 14 karat or 18 karat, and when I was researching gold, I wanted a more lighter colored gold, which is why we went with the less of carats, because 18 karat gold is more yellow over 14 karat gold. So I decided to go with quite a thin band, and it is a 1.6 millimeter, and the band is completely round. So there was the option to go with a more modern band, but I thought I wanted to go with a round band that is completely round, just because of the cut that I went with. I knew that I wanted something that was going to be a bit different compared to the usual modern rings. I wanted something that was going to bring like traditional and modern together, and that is why I went with an old mine cut. So if you haven't heard of an old mine cut before, it's basically the olden days way that they used to cut diamonds. So they used to do it with hand, so it means the facets in the gemstone are quite larger in comparison to a modern day cut, which is a brilliant cut or a crushed ice. So I just felt like everything that I picked for this engagement band, this engagement ring, just complemented each other. We also decided to go with a complete plain solitaire band and plain basket. Now I was tossing up between getting a hidden halo, but Luca talked me into getting the plain band just because of how different it is, and again because we wanted to go with that more traditional style ring. And he like discussed about how we didn't want to make it too busy. I'm 100% in agreement with him. I am so glad we decided to go with a completely plain black band. That means that the actual rock on top is the focus, and I just love it so much. There is not one thing that I would change about my ring. So I'm really glad that he incorporated some ideas into it as well, because you know, it's our marriage, it's going to be our life together, and I wanted him to contribute in his own little way. So I'm just really glad that he made that suggestion because it's the best. I love it so much. Yeah, so that is pretty much everything about my Moissanite engagement ring. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.